offers a full stack web development course with 100% job guarantee at top companies. So, this is how it happens. They bring together industry experts from Google, Amazon, and Microsoft as educator and mentors of learners, and then you are taught programming from scratch and upskilled with tools that are in high demand like DSA, Java, Git, React, Node, JS, etc. Apart from this, you are mentored with resume building, personality development, and unlimited mock interviews, and much more. After the 10-month course, you are placed as a software developer with an average salary of 8.2 LPA with their 400 plus hiring partners. Join their live program demo classes, link in the description below, and experience the quality learning yourself. In this interview, we will be testing the knowledge and skills of the fresher on Java and see how well they have learned from their training at Geekster. So without any further ado, let's get started. Hi, can you please briefly introduce yourself?
So myself, Pirzana Mohammed. I'm from Maharashtra. I completed graduation from Government Engineering College, Maharashtra in 2021 as an electrical engineer. From 2022, I connect with the Gitster, and during this journey with the Gitster, I learned a lot of new things. We start with the Java. We solve a lot of problem on a DSA. We also learn about the SQL, OOPS concepts, and we also learn about the framework of the Java Spring Boot, and we do a lot of project with it. Some of my projects like music streaming system, student management system, employee management system, etc. And I have some good hobbies like I love to watch animes. I love to play football. And that's all about myself. So.
Okay, that's great to hear. So, what is your tech stack in which you have did your training?
Yeah, in Java.
So, any front end technology as well?
No, like my next learning tech stack will be the front end technology. I am like completing the back end part. So my next learning tech stack will be the front end.
Okay.
But currently, I am not aware about it.
Okay, no issues. So we'll start with Java, then we'll go
Yeah, sure.
DSA and some other advanced versions as well. So what are the different features of Java according to you?
So first of all, the Java is like object-oriented programming language. So with the help of that, we are able to write a code more modular and more readable and less complex. So that helps us a lot. And Java is the language. I'm thinking on it. If you learn Java, then the other language will be easy to learn because its syntax like it's like a C of the language, like so if you learn a Java or maybe a C++, so the next language will be easy for you to learn. Also, it's like there is an maybe it's a garbage collector when there is unused variables or unused anything is present in the code, so it's automatically deleted.
Correct. So what is the difference between abstract class and interface in Java?
So normally both are used for the abstraction, but in an abstract class there are 0 to 100% of abstraction, and in interface there are 100% abstraction, right? And we can say that the interface is a blueprint of the classes. So in a abstract class, right, we are able to write the abstract methods and as well as the normal methods. Normal methods mean by we are able to provide the body in it, right? But in an interface, we are not able to provide the body. Right, we only able to write the abstract method. If we did not write the keyword abstract in front of the method, so it's automatically the abstract method. Defaultly is abstract method, and for the bot, we are not able to create the object of abstract class and as well as the interface. Okay. So, can you tell me what is the use of try catch block in Java? Yeah. So normally try catch block is used whenever we throw the exception, right? So we have to catch it somewhere, right? So just like we have a statement, right? So we are like add the statement at the try, right? And if it is throw any exception, so it's catched by the catch block, right? So normally the try catch block is used to handle the exception. Okay, correct. So by using try catch block, you can prevent. I mean, you can prevent your program for crashing. I mean,
there is
yeah,
any unhandled exception is occurring. So
yeah,
by
yeah,
using try catch block, you can do that. You can handle that basically.
yes,
So apart
yes.
from try catch block, there is one more thing which is used to handle the exception.
Finally,
Yes, correct, correct. So what is the feature of finally? How when finally will execute?
sir, finally we'll execute always, right?
Okay, correct. And can you tell me what is the difference between array list and linked list?
Array list is like a dynamic array, right? We are able to add the elements like in array list in any way, right? Like I'm just adding the like array list at the index number 5, so I'm able to add it in array list, right? But in linked list I'm not able to, because in a linked list I have to start with the head, right? I need the value of the head, and I'm able to put the element after the like before the head, right? So this is the way. So I think this is the difference between array list and list, and
Oh,
we also able to remove the elements from like in array list, like just using the dot remove function. But for the list, we have to just traverse to the that point, and we have to just change the node, like the next pointer
yeah.
for removing the elements from the list.
Yes. So in that case, array list is better suited for the scenario where the list is mostly, I mean, you have to read the list, and linked
Yeah,
list
yeah.
is
For
more
thinking
suitable
purposes, yes.
for when you are modifying, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know what is garbage collection in Java?
I'm not learn about that much, but I think the garbage collection is used for removing the like unused variables, like the variables or the yeah, the variables is refer to like nothing, right?
Okay. Do you know about throw and throws keyword in Java?
Yeah, we whenever we have to throw right any exception, right? Like we know, okay, this statement will gonna send throw any exception. So we are just write the thing if this thing is happened. So we throw this exception, right? So for throw the exception, we have to tell we have to tell the JVM or Java or this method is throw the exception. So at that point, we are using a throws like at the end of the Java, the method which throws these exception like this. So we are using throw and throws like
Yes. By using throws, you are declaring that a method might throw an exception.
yeah,
So
yeah,
you need to
yeah,
use any handling the exception way. Okay, so in the case of throw, it is used to explicitly throw any exception. So you create a custom exception
yeah,
with any exception, and you can use any
yeah,
pending exception as well, and you can throw anywhere according to your project need,
yes,
according to your
yeah,
yeah.
definitely.
And uh, do you know what is the difference between double equals and equals method?
I know about the equals method more. Like I don't know about the double equals. Normally, equals method is used to compare like this normally the objects or the string. Right. We are normally using that time the equals
Mhm.
method, but I don't know about the double equals method.
Yeah, so both are used to for the comparison of two objects.
Yeah,
Equals is used to
both
do
are used for the comparison.
yeah. Both are used for the comparison, but equals is when we are using equals when we are comparing the values inside the objects.
Yeah, the values.
Double
Yeah,
equals for the reference. So if these two objects are pointing in the same point in the memory or not. So to check that, we use double equals. And apart from that, what is constructor in Java and how it is different from a method?
constructor is normally we can say that it's a special type of the function, right?
Yeah.
uh, like uh, whose name is same as the class name, right? And it's written nothing. It's written this means like the object, right? Like normally the it is used to initialize the value of the variable of the classes, right?
Mm.
Normally we have to use it for that.
Okay. According to you, like what are the different OOPS concept? Can you name some?
Okay, yeah, of course. I mean, the OOPS concepts like inheritance, right? Abstraction, encapsulation, polymorphism, they all are like concepts, the main concepts of the OOPS.
Okay. And what is encapsulation?
Encapsulation is normally we just are binding the data and the methods into the one single unit, like the class. That's called the encapsulation. And with the help of that, we are also able to hide the data, using the access modifier like a private. We are able to use hide the data.
Okay. And what is the difference between static and non-static methods in Java?
So normally, the static methods is the methods who belong with the class, not the object, right? So normally the static method is the method when it's create before the object, right? At the compile time, right? It's created, and the non-static method is created after the compile time because it's belong to the object. With the help of the object, we are able to call the non-static method, but the static method we are able to call the static method the static method without an object. We don't need an object for calling the method of the static method.
Correct, correct. And what is the difference between a stack and a queue in Java?
Second of view, so normally the stack is, we can say that it's follow the LIFO order, right? Like in the last in, first out. Stack is follow like that. We can say that there is a book, the stack of the book, right? So we are just putting the first book. So we are able to remove that book at in the last. But in the queue, it's follow FIFO order, like first in, first out. Just
Mhm.
like as you enter into the talkies, right? In cinema, you got a ticket and you are at a first, right? So you enter first. And also, if you are in first in the talkies, so you are also exit the first. So this route is queue follow.
Okay, so what is the different access modifiers you know?
There are normally the default one first. First of all, the second one is the public one, the private, and the protected.
What is the difference between protected and private?
So normally, the private is only access through the class. Right? We are not able to access in outside of the class. But for the protected, we are able to use into the class as well as into the what we can say extend methods like the child method. Right? If we extend something some class, so we are able to use the protected the variables of the protected method in it.
Okay, yeah. Do you know how you can create only single instance of a class?
Yeah, definitely. By using a singleton
Correct,
design
correct.
pattern.
Yeah.
In that design pattern, we have to make the constructor private.
And why we are making that constructor private?
We are making the constructor private because we need just one object, right? So for creating object, we need the constructor, right? If we did not make a constructor private, so we are able to make the objects like two objects, three objects. If the constructor is public, so that's why we are making constructor private. And we are with the help of the static method, we are able to pass the object from the class. We are not creating the object into the main class where we are creating the object. We are normally creating the object into the class where we are declaring our constructor as a private and we are using the static method. It's written as the object.
Okay. And talking about final keyword in Java, what are the different uses
Yeah.
of final keyword in Java? I mean, how we can use it with variable, with method, or with a class?
So normally, if we create any method as a final, so first of all, we are not able to override that and we are all not able to change that method also as well as. So whenever we need this type of the method or this type of the variable, right, which is common for the all things and which we don't have to change, right, for the whole code, right. So at that time, I think we are using a uh, final keyword.
Okay. So, talking about final keyword, and
Yes,
apart from the final, there are multiple other keywords as well, like this and
super
super.
this.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So, do you know what is the use case of this and what is the use case for super?
Yeah, normally we use a super for calling the variables or the method of the parent class, right?
Mm-hmm.
We use super at that time, right? And this is normally for we are using this for mentioning the class variables, right? because this is
Current
a
class.
class variable. So it's point to the class. Yeah, current class variables is point to the attributes of the current class. They are using this for that.
Okay. And do you know what is the use of string? I mean, what is the use of string? Is it a class or is it a variable? I mean,
String
primitive.
is a class. Yeah, string is a class. Right. We can say that string is
Mhm.
final class, right? Because we are not able to change. Because in a Java, string is immutable. So we are not able to change, or we cannot do anything with the string we if we declare. The string is a class. Final class, and it is a base example of the use of the final keyword. I
Yes.
think.
Yes, string is a class. It is not a data type. And what is an array? How do you declare and access elements in an array?
So array normally as I said, like I'm just the dynamic array as the array is, right. So the array is a static array. So array we are normally array declaring array using like this syntax int array is equal to new int, right. The data type, right, and the braces of like square braces and the name of the array, right. So this is the way we are able to declare the array, and in array we are not able to remove the elements, right, from and also we are not able to get the elements from anywhere. We have to just traverse through it and just find the element, and I have to get the element. If we know index, so we are able to find it.
So considering that if I create an array of characters and if I create a string, so
Yeah.
is there any difference between those?
Yeah, definitely, because I'm able to change the array, but I'm not able to change the string.
Yeah.
Just like if I want to reverse the I want to swap some variables or some characters in the array, so I'm able to do that. But for the string, I'm not able to. For that, I have to convert the string into the character array, and then after I have to perform the operations which I want to.
Yeah, and what is the difference between a string builder and a string? There is one more thing, builder, string buffer, and string, all three. So what?
Yeah, yeah. So normally a string is immutable, right? So for removing this stuff, we are using a string builder, right? In a string builder, like we are able to like change. In a string, we are not able to change. But in a string builder, we are able to change the string. We are able to modify the string in a string builder. And the difference between string builder and string buffer is that I think I'm just remembering the slow thing is like string buffer is better. I think as compared to string builder because of the low bandwidth.
Mhm.
That's all what I remember about this tool.
And do you know how hash map works internally?
Hashgraph normally works on like based on the hash functions, right? And I think for each like we are when we are adding the variables or the characters or the elements in the hash map. So it's arranged based on the hash code, right? Because each element has particular hash code. And normally the hash map is normally like working on the key and value pair. Definitely.
Yes, key and value pair we store in using
Yeah.
hash map.
Yeah. In hash.
So can we have multiple keys? I mean, same value as a multiple key, same object or same any value.
Okay, I got it. Like in a hash map, there is a like same double A is present or not, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So no, sir. Like if we are putting the A, so if I'm saying we are doing what we are putting the character A and its index, right? So when the next A is come, so at that place of the A, the index will be changed. The
Hmm.
new index will be come at the value. So we don't have two same value in a hash map.
Okay. And what about checked and unchecked exceptions? What are the difference between them?
Checked and unchecked exception. So normally, whenever we write to code, right? So we are finding some syntax error. So already the JVM or already tell us you are doing wrong in here. So and for the unchecked exception, we when we run the code after running code, if there is exception happen in the code, there is an like index out of something like that, like arithmetic exception, like we divide something by zero, so it's gives us the arithmetic exception.
Mm-hmm.
So this is, I think, unchecked exception which we have to handle.
So how to create a custom exception?
So normally we are creating the method like the name with the exception. Like I have created my own exception. No element is present. I wanted to create, right. I'm just creating the class of it, and I'm just normally extend, right, the runtime exception or the exception, right. So after that, I'm just creating the constructor of it and just return the new message or the message which come from the show exception. That I'm just writing it. By the help of this, I'm able to like create my own custom exception.
Okay. And uh, considering in exceptions, can you name few of the runtime exceptions? So in core Java, what is the method
Yes.
overloading and what is method overriding?
So
Yeah.
the method overloading is in a one like the same class, right? In a same class, we have the method with the same name, right? But the different parameters, right? The number of the parameters of the type of the parameters are different.
Yeah.
So this is called the method overloading, right? But so for the method overriding, so let's say for example, there is one parent class and there is one child class, right? In the parent class, there is a method, and the same method is present into the child class. So this is called the method overriding.
Yeah.
And the method overriding is as well as called as the runtime polymorphism because it's bind in the runtime, right? And the method overloading is a compile time because it's bind at the compile time.
Yeah. Correct. So what is the time complexity of various searching and sorting algorithm? Can you name few of them?
So yes, sir, why not? So normally if I use a bubble sort or insertion sort or the selection sort, the time complexity would be big of n square. And but for the merge sort and the linear sort, the merge sort and the quick sort, the time complexity would be n log n. Normally we are using arrays or sort function, so it's normally based on the merge sort. That function is used the merge sort. But at some worst cases, there is a worst scenario possible in the merge sort or in the quick sort. Yeah, the time complexity would be the n square for it. But the most of the time, the time complexity of the merge and quick sort would be n log n.
Okay. Yeah. Correct. Do you have a knowledge about Spring Boot as well?
Yeah, sir. Yeah, I have knowledge about Spring Boot.
Okay, so can you tell me what are the advantages of using Spring Boot?
Yes, sir. The first is the auto configuration, right? And the dependency management is one of the best. With the help of the auto configurations and the dependency management, we are able to get add the other code in our application, right? We don't have to add it manually. We are automatically configuring with our application. This is the one of the best advantage of this framework. And it's normally a providers a product like normally a product ready application, right. And for in we like don't have to like for the dependency, so we don't have to write the manually thing. We just have to get the dependency from the maven. I'm using normally maven before. From there and I just have to paste it into the form.xml file. But I think in Spring we have to like add it into manually, so it's also reduce the work for the developer. So I think these are the few advantages of the Spring Boot.
Okay, and what is the role of application properties file?
Application properties are normally used to configure and normally used to connect with the database. Establish the connection with the database. Like I'm normally using my field database. So whenever I have to connect, so I have to put my username and the password into the application properties for connecting it with my database.
Okay, so is there any other file type you can use instead of properties file?
Yeah, there is an YML file. I think.
Yeah.
My YML. It's I think it's like the key and pair, right? But I'm not using that much. I don't know like actually how it's actually there. But yeah, we are able to use .yml file.
Okay. Okay. So can you name few of the stereotype annotations? So I will start first. So there is component, there is service. So can you name
Yeah,
few others?
yeah. Component service controller are there, right? And there is a normally race controller also there. There
Yeah.
is at the repository also there. There is we can use normally at the bin is normally the method level. So it's not. And we also able to use first of all the main Spring application, right? Spring Boot application. This is the annotation where we which we use in the main class.
So it was nice talking to you, and thank you so much for taking the
Thank you,
time
sir.
speak with me today. And I must say that your answers were insightful and you demonstrated a strong understanding of the topic we discussed today. So I'm wishing you all the best, all the very best for your job placement, and may your skills land you in the perfect position. Okay. So thanks again. Thank you so much for
Okay, thank you, sir, for okay, sir, and thanks for giving me the feedback.
yeah.
Right.
Thank you. Bye. Take care.
Okay, sir. Okay, bye, sir.